water tightness are mostly the water coming from the, for example, coming from the waves. Okay, it should not the water should not go through the go go through inside the hatch covers. Okay, water tightness and weather tightness. Okay, that's the difference between the watertight and weather tight. So the water tightness, it can be weather tight. Okay, and weather tightness, yeah, it can be watertight too. So that is only the same, but the only difference is the weather tight has in any condition of weather, but the watertight is only for the water tightness uh, of the of the hatch cover. Okay,
Pero pwede din maging weather tight, sir, yun.
what is it?
Pwede rin pong maging weather tight.
Water tightness, yeah, it can be weather tight because of the rain. For example, the rain. Because the rain is a liquid, right? The rain is
Okay,
water
sir.
too. So it can be watertight, but the only difference between watertight and weathertight is that the weathertight in any condition of weather. For example, um, sandstorm. So sandstorm, the the sun should not go through inside the hatch cover. That is weathertight. Okay, but watertight only for the water coming through the inside the hatch cover. Okay, okay guys, weathertight and watertight.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Gets.
Okay, so this is it. So watertight covers prevents the passage of water when exposed to the head of water. So head of water, wave yan. That is, for example, guys, do you know the green seas? Guys?
No, sir.
Guys?
Yes, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
Sir.
Okay, green seas. Green seas are for the weather type because green seas, for example, green seas are big waves based on the current and based on the strong winds. So that is green seas for the weather type. But for the water type, only the waves. Okay, only the waves, the head of water. When you are, for example, when you are surging, it's a ship motion. Do you remember the ship motions?
Yun na, sir.
Do you remember the 6 ship motions?
Wala
Guys?
po sir natakal na ganun sa amin.
Guys?
Hindi na po, sir. Masyado natandaan.
Okay.
Sir, wala.
Atong natandaan. Ano?
Wala po akong pinag-aralan.
Okay. Yung ship motion natin, ship motion, the rolling, yawing. Okay, rolling, yawing, swaying, surging. And then,
Pag-aralan po yan.
ano yan?
Pag-aralan po yan.
Yes, you already tackled it on
Forgotten.
Seamanship 2, I think, or Seamanship 1.
Tito, sir.
Tito, okay. This
Try ang ating
Seamanship.
Okay. This 6 type of motion, that is for the watertight, okay? That is for the watertight. Watertight because of the head of the water. For example, you are surging. So, or you are heaving. For example, heaving. The most important is the heaving. So, for example, you are heaving. So, you are the vertical motion. The vertical motion of the ship, okay? So when you are heaving, for example, the waves are the swell and the waves are very huge. So the water is coming into your deck and to your hatch cover. The hatch cover should be watertight for this head of waters. Okay. And then the weather tight is designed that it can be subject to the adverse weather condition experience offshore. It is also designed to withstand brief submersion experience from green seas. Okay, it's different, ha? Different. It's different from the shift motions and the green seas. The shift motions on the water tight and the green seas, because the green seas are based on the bad weather of the in one place. For example, strong wind, very strong wind, or a hurricane. A hurricane is approaching you, so the green seas, these are big waves coming from the side of the vessel or coming from in front of the vessel. Okay, that is green seas. So tightness tests. I didn't see any chalk test for the hatch cover, and but I only saw this chalk test for the watertight doors. So this is an example of tightness test for the hatch covers. Okay, the chalk test is often carried out when the vessel is new in the shipyard. All compression bars are rubbed with a piece of chalk. Thereafter, the hatch covers are put in place and secure and then open again. So the thing is, if the chalk will disappear, so your water tightness is not good. Okay, the tightness of the uh, rubbers on your hatch covers is not good. Okay, it should be replaced already. Or if for example, if the inspector on bulk carrier noticed that this chalk already disappeared, so you will not get any cargo or you will not get any charter by the inspector. So you are not compliant with the water tightness of the hatch cover.
Nalalagay ko yung chalk sa rubber.
Okay, but this chalk test is it's very seldom. Sometimes once in a blue moon. So okay, this chalk test is not being used by this time this century. So it's not being used. It's being used by only on the watertight doors. Okay, only for the watertight doors inside the accommodation or outside the accommodation. But on the cargo hold, very seldom. Okay, the hostess. So the hostess, this is the one that they are using for some bulk carriers. So the hostess is a traditional way of testing hatch covers. It is easy to carry out and the crew can do the job. It is inexpensive, as a fire hose with a nozzle and good water pressure from the fire pump is all that is needed. So for example, what is the disadvantage of this hostess? Do you know what is the disadvantage of the hostess?
Buhol, sir.
Guys?
Sir, buhol.
Wala po kayong good water pressure pump.
Good water pressure pump. Okay? Any other question? Any other answers?
Sir,
Buhol,
madulas.
sir.
Madulas, slippery. Okay?
Sir, ano ang tanong,
Any
sir?
other?
Sir, buhol.
Magastos.
Sir, ano ang tanong?
It's not
Consuming, sir.
Sir, pag mag-isa po kayo, maaari po kayong umangat.
Consume.
what is it?
Time consuming.
Time consuming. Okay. Time consuming. It's a good answer, but there is certain answer that I want to hear from you.
Pwedeng mas lumaki,
Sir,
sir, yung
Dangerous. Dangerous.
Dangerous.
Sir, ano ang tanong?
What else?
Buhol.
po.
Sirit na pa.
Hassle po.
Sir, ano ang tanong, sir?
What is the disadvantage of hostess?
Sir, ano sagot?
Baka po malaglag.
Accidents, okay.
Hindi po kaya
Other answers?
na mag-isa tao.
Yan po yung
Risky.
tubig.
Risky po.
Wala pong host.